These are the runes that I ran last game. I'm just trying to think if it's anything I can change about that game. I mean, obviously play is one thing, but other than play, what can I do? Because I'm still, like I said yesterday, feeling like not running Gathering Storm, but at the same time, I don't really change the outcome of the early game. So maybe I should just accept that my role is what my role is and make sure that if the game by any means go to late game, that I can be the difference maker. Because if I'm not ahead and I don't run Gathering Storm, and the other guy is, I'm pretty sure the Kalista in this case was running Sorcery. I'm gonna check. Pretty sure he was running Sorcery though. Yeah, he had Gathering Storm. So let's say he's ahead with Gathering Storm and I'm behind without Gathering Storm. Then there's never gonna be a point when I'm like pushing us over the top, you know. Obviously, cookies and boots are better for early game, but then if I were to lose the early game, is this the correct setup? And will I lose early game if I don't run these two, or does it not matter? I personally feel like sometimes it doesn't really matter. Like last game, for example, it didn't really matter. We would have lost early game anyway, since we're getting pretty outplayed. So then maybe Storm is better, even though I'm not a big fan with the average game time being like let's actually check my PG to see. So I'm gonna take the last, I'm gonna take the last 10 games. I have 27 minutes, 25, 28, 24, 34, 38, 22, 29, 22, 26. And the goal value of this is, let's see, if we compare it to longsword, then at 10 minutes you have half a longsword, so 175 gold. At 20 minutes you have roughly 1.5 longsword, so that's 350 plus 175, which is 450 plus 75, which is 525. So the gold value of this at 20 minutes is roughly 525 and 175 at level 1, and then obviously it gets more and more. This is over 1k actually at 30. And then you have to add this one as well, but this one is very circumstantial and scales with level. So I guess it's not the greatest for AD carry since you're laning in a dual lane and your XP is usually quite low. But there's definitely gold value in it the longer the game goes. Meanwhile here it's like straight out of the gate you have a lot of gold value from these two together. But this one is what, 300 gold plus whatever gold value 10 movement speed has. This one is 120 gold if you were to sell all of them, plus 160 gold worth of permanent mana increase. So I can't imagine that's more than 1k gold. So at least at 30 minutes you have to give Gathering Storm its advantages. But since 8 out of 10 games are not 30 minutes long, maybe it's the wrong way to go. That's really fine. I'm gonna go Hail of Blades, I think. It's what most other people do as well. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. I think it's not optimal, but it's fine. I have a lot of lifesteal. So if I don't get one shot, I will not be dying. I think Gathering Storm is sort of an inspiration rune though. Because it will never be bad to have a Gathering Storm. I just feel like before you had the choice between Celerity and Absolute Focus. This was back in the beginning of Season 8 where Celerity gave you adaptive stats depending on your movement speed, like a percentage of your movement speed would be translated into or transitioned into adaptive AD/AP. And Absolute Focus was not nerfed yet, so you had like a choice. You went Gathering Storm and then you had a choice, and it was never a bad choice. You know, both Celerity and Absolute Focus is really good. But now it's like you take Storm, and then what you take. Absolute Focus is not good. Celerity is not really that great. Transcendence, nope. There's just nothing. Like, let's say you play Vayne. I guess you can go Celerity, right? Because you do actually have a lot of movement movement bonuses. But let's say you play Kalista. The only movement speed bonus you have is E. Is it worth to take celerity? Probably not. Is it worth to take an absolute focus? Probably not. Do you want Transcendence? Not really. Do you want Nimbus Cloak? Not really. Do you want Mana Flow? Not really. Do you want Nullifying Orb? Probably not. So you're stuck with Storm and a poor man's choice. Meanwhile, in this one, it's like you want everything. You know, you want this and this and this and this and this, and it's like it's always good. It's just always good. But I think on Vayne specifically, Revenant Hunter is really good because it works off of your true damage on W. So it's pretty crazy how much you get in a game. But on most of the other champions I wouldn't suggest it, so then you don't want to go Domination, you don't want to go Sorcery, you obviously don't want to go Resolve, so you end up going Inspiration. Which is why I've kind of moved my Kaisa over there. But Taste of Blood and Revenant Hunter is never really bad, so I think even on a champion like Kaisa you could go for it. It wouldn't hurt to have some lifesteal. It just won't be as effective as it would be on someone like Vayne. I tried Inspiration Kaisa and it was really good, thanks for that. Yeah, I got the same feeling, my dude. So that's no problem. I think it's actually pretty good on everything. Like there's nothing that can go wrong with doing Boots Cookies or Boots anything or anything from Inspiration Tree because it's all just positive, you know. There'll never be a game where you're like, damn, Absolute Focus didn't do anything for me this game, or damn, I didn't get any bounties, so my Ravenous Hunter didn't do something, or damn, they took my bone plating they took my bone plating away all the time, so I never got, you know, the effect from it. Boots will always be good. Stopwatch will always be good. If you can use Hex Flash, it's always good. Minion DMAT, it's always good. Even if you're not a support, it's always good. Cookies, CDR, Time Warp, even Futures Market, man, like this can be good on some champions. And even this, you know, if you have something to get this to work, I don't think it's too bad of a rune. So Inspiration 3 second, I'm all for it. And especially on Kaisa where you don't really need Absolute Focus Gathering Storm, since you'll be smashing late game anyways, makes a lot of sense. So it's no biggie, my man. I think on Vayne though, kind of want to go this, but to be fair, I could go this as well. But nah. Oops. Question is, what do I go for secondary? I feel like people are really mixed up about this. And some do what's it called? Am I stupid or what? Precision, and some do inspiration. And I'm still not sure what's like the best. I personally really like overheal for laning phase and just generally throughout the game. So maybe something like this will be okay. But at the same time, free boots and cookies is always free boots and cookies, you know. So I'm actually gonna give this a try. I know that it's a little bit against how Kalista wants to be played, because buying boots increases your jump distance, I think it is. But I feel like I just want to buy Cutlass ASAP, and by the time I have Cutlass, my free boots will come in, so then I can upgrade them to tier 2. But maybe it's int, I don't know. I just really like myself some free boots and cookies. Try to. Gonna go this though. I felt like I was lacking attack speed and I couldn't upgrade or like buy more attack speed early, so. Even though it's nice to go Cutlass early, I feel like the attack speed is just too important on Kalista, so. I think I'm gonna go like this maybe. I mean, I could go this because I'll be buying lifesteal through Blade and QSS/BT, but it's still nice, you know. I just don't think it's needed. Attack speed is always nice on Kalista. If anything, it's actually a necessity. I feel like it's pretty huge if you have attack speed versus no attack speed. So let's try this. I could also skip the overheal and go coup de grace. I actually think that might be better for Kalista specifically as a champion, because you don't usually do the deeps until they're actually low, right? So coup de grace comes in more handy on her than other champions. Question is, what do I go for runes? I mean, I have to go footwork because otherwise it doesn't make sense, right? Overheal. Do I go that one or that one? I think I go that one. That one, that one, that one. Do I though? Maybe I just all in on the late game. But boots. But the boots, though. Sorry. This will be fine. This will be okie doke. So this is a must. This is obviously a must as well. I feel like I need this because I don't buy any lifesteal on this champion. If I don't have any lifesteal, then it's hard to function for more than 1 minute before you get hit by something and have to base again. When it comes to mid game, at least. Early game is obviously differently, but mid game I feel like this is just so big to not have. So big to have, so I'm gonna go with this. Coup de grace obviously speaks for itself as well. Kind of unsure about this one though, because I don't need it. I really don't need the cookies. But I don't want to go Gathering Storm either. Yeah, no. Not gonna go that page. Not gonna go that page. Really. Alright. I'll just go. I'll just go. Probably gonna keep the armor though. There's a Kalista and Essential. And we are blue side, so it's a little bit easier, I guess.